you probably have heard that term, and if you haven't, I highly encourage you to actually do some research, Google it, find out what that means. But essentially, in a very high-level glimpse view, what brain map is a visual representation how our thoughts would go in a chain reaction manner. So how is this related to Jiu-Jitsu? Why do you really care? Why am I telling you on this? Are we wasting our time? Well, not really. Jiu-Jitsu, it's a set of moves executed in a certain sequence to achieve a certain goal at this particular time in the circumstance that we find ourselves in. Which means if the time changes, the circumstance changes, and our plan changes, our goal changes, this path will change as well, right? So it's almost like a moving target. So why brain map is so important? Well, if you are able to visualize what you're about to do on the way towards your goal, you are able to execute this by far more efficiently. This is where we are dipping into the side of our brain which doesn't make decisions. Often is referred to as muscle memory, a quick reaction, a snap of the fingers. We just do it, right? Don't think, just do, right? All these things are referring to exactly the same thing. It's us smoothly going between one to another, to another, to another position or decision. And we make those decisions so quickly that we don't have to analyze them. We don't have to spend time on evaluating the position or evaluating the situation around us. We just kind of smoothly coasting from one to another, to another, to another until we get to the goal. Now, in Jiu-Jitsu, that's really important because everything changes all the time. Our partner is trying to inflict their own plan, and I often say this, their plan unlikely ever align with ours. So we have a conflict, and all that changes as time goes on, right? In addition to all this, we are dealing with feelings like anxiety, pressure, and what to do, and stress in those jiu-jitsu-like situations, especially if you are in the uncomfortable position where you don't want to be and you are escaping, right? So creating these brain maps is so important in my opinion. And it gives you a visual representation of what might happen and essentially gives you choices, right? But before you experience all these situations hands-on, meaning you are on the bottom of somebody and somebody's trying to escape from somebody's grips, somebody's pinning you against the wall, against the floor, somebody's executing a submission and you're trying to prevent that, somebody's passing you a guard and you're trying to prevent it and stopping, or you're even reversing the situations. All of those have a set of moves that we can execute based on the actions that are based on the situations that we find ourselves in. So visualizing all of this, it gives us choices, gives us different doors that we can open at this particular time depending on the situation. By visualizing this, we can experience these moments, these situations ahead of time. So when we are actually on the mat with our partner, this is not the first time then we are experiencing this. We actually have a plan. Visually, we've been there and we have choices, and that is what is important. We have choices. We are not panicking. We are not experimenting. We are not surviving. We are executing based on the opportunities that we have. Deeper your brain map is, more choices you will have. And developing brain map often takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. But often also it takes place off the mat, not on the mat. On the mat, I like to think about it, we experiment, we test things, we learn, we educate ourselves. But during the downtime, when there's quiet time, this is where we can really dig deeper inside our head and say, what would happen if, what would happen if, what would happen if? Today, with electronics and software accessible on our phones and our fingertips, you can find plenty of different apps and applications and websites that will offer you brain mapping capabilities where you can visualize things that could be happening. Matter of fact, several students of mine, they create brain maps for different scenarios: guard, top control, side control, back control, How would they offend? What are the options? All that gives them additional tools for them to succeed. So always keep it in mind. It's not only on the mat, but off the mat. You can continue educating yourself. You can continue taking your jiu-jitsu journey to the next level and then maximizing your return on the investment that you're making into the beautiful art of jiu-jitsu. I'll see you on the mat. Peace.